And we are live on the LI Sports Network for Saturday Night Hockey at the rinks in Hauppauge. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. I will be taking you through tonight's call for an exciting game in the developmental division between the East Islip Developmental Black Chiefs and the Longwood Developmental Green Lions. Starting goaltenders in for Longwood. Sagana will be between the pipes here tonight. I'll get you the starters for East Islip in goal momentarily. Once again, it's going to be Tiana in goal. Coming into tonight's matchup, both teams have met each other exactly once this season, and when we take a look at that last matchup between these two squads, it was a 4-3 victory for the Longwood Lions. Connor Ivers opened the scoring, but Aiden McLaughlin, Lucas Velarde, Caden Sabarzo, and finally, Vincenzo Vitana scored 4 unanswered. Caleb Hay and Lucas Log on the back of the net, but it wasn't enough. And Longwood escaped with the victory. We take a look at the standings now in the developmental division. Both teams currently near the bottom of the pack. Chiefs sitting at 1-5, Longwood sitting at 2-5. Here tonight, the difference between East Islip and last place Connect Quad Developmental Gold is an overtime loss. That's a game. We'll look at each team's last game, both of them coming off of a loss. And we are getting set for the opening face-off here at the rinks. But first, looks like we'll have, correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll have the playing of our very own national anthem. So we're going to take a break for that, if that's the case. We'll have playing the national anthem. And after that, we'll have 45 minutes of hard-hitting, fast-paced developmental hockey on the LI Sports Network. Home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. And that was the playing of our very own national anthem here at the rinks in Hidden Ponds Park. So that will bring us to the opening draw between these two squads, a rematch. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, when these two teams last met, it ended in a 1-1 draw. Or, excuse me, a 4-3 win for East Islip. Got mixed up in my notes there. Don't hold it against me, please. Face-off comes to center. And we're underway. Longwood driving possession here to start. Lions and the Chiefs battling for possession. Neither team able to quite settle it down, but now here comes EI. 30 seconds gone by, first shot, first save. Sagana, and that one comes out in the slot. Picked up and not carried out for Longwood. Opportunity for Sabarzo that time. EI gets to work that shot through traffic, is blocked. Comes back out towards the point. Longwood gets the clear. Here they come 2-on-2. Dancing towards center, that play is broken up, and EI will get the clear. Foot race now, and Longwood just slaps that one back along the wall. Nice play there for the Lions, and couldn't hold on to it was Keller Schwab. Here comes Sabarzo, and we get a whistle. And we're going to be getting our first penalty here of the night, as you can see Adam Keller-Schwab in the box. We'll get you that penalty as soon as we can. As of now, not yet in game sheets, but face-off is one. Puck is cleared down by Longwood. Call against Keller-Schwab is for interference. Still no official word who the starter is for EI, as they come in 3-on-1 shot. They score! And just like that, the Chiefs take the lead. Avery Walsh, his first of the season. First career Suffolk County High School Hockey League goal. And, excuse me, might have said his, meant to say her, excuse me. The face-off comes to center. It's a 1-0 hockey game in favor of EI, and the ensuing face-off is controlled by the Chiefs. Here they come in transition, looking to double their lead. Dancing towards the outside, that play was broken up. So the penalty proves costly. Now EI on the offensive. Trying to force that one to the slot. It was taken away. Play will continue. Both teams battling for it along the half wall. EI eventually came away with it. Now here comes Longwood. Partial break, no good. Shot attempt, that time for Longwood by Grant Stidham. EI looking to get it out. They can't. Longwood holds it in for now. Second time's the charm. They get it out. Foot race for the puck. Longwood throws it back up the wall. They can't get it out. Here come the Chiefs. A chance in transition that's broken up. EI looking for it, lost it. scooped up and forced out of the zone. Here comes Brett Cohen. Taken away by Ivers. Assuming that's Tommy Ivers' younger brother, as Connor darts in and carries it to the outside, throws it towards the front. That one off the paddle. Ingla. Declan Grieve, the starter for EI here tonight, as we get a whistle for icing, and that comes with, I think that's 11:30 left on the clock. Face-off is won back by EI, but they won it back too far. Fired back into the zone as EI forced to check up. Comes Longwood on the attack, but the puck is left behind. Another chance for the Chiefs as they get this one up and out. Now sent back down on the icing, and we get another whistle and a stoppage. Face-off will come to the right of Colton Scana. Shot from the point doesn't go off the draw, but EI retains it, fires that one on it, paddled into the corner. Chiefs will maintain possession, thrown towards the slot. That one turned away. Second chance, this shot doesn't make its way through on goal. Held by Longwood. Puck comes out of the zone. That pass off the boot of its intended recipient. That was Keller Schwab. Now here comes James Penny. Darting in, can't make it all the way to the goal. Longwood throws this one up the wall. Not held in at the line. Here's a chance, 1-on-2. EI has the next two guys in his zone as that one's backhanded on net and stopped by Declan Grieve. Nico Walton in the dot against Sobarzo. Sobarzo gets the better of him. Shot right off the draw. Rebound chance won't go. Sobarzo now throws it to the slot. It's kicked out. That one backhanded into the corner. EI says thank you very much. Volda had a chance to clear it and was stopped by Byrne. Now resetting. Under 9:30 to play as EI loses it on an attempted zone entry. Chiefs get it back in neutral. Working it along the right wing wall. Trying to move it across. That play was broken up as well. Here they come. Chiefs on the attack. That shot was deflected and now ends up in the corner. Trying to get that one out. That time, no such luck, and second time for Riley Orm seems to be the charm as we get a whistle and a penalty. Or maybe just an offsides. Face-off won initially by EI. Longwood now maintains possession. They'll take it up the wall. It's Velarde. Cut towards center. Held in. No, delayed offside to get a whistle. Grant Stidham thought he held the line, but instead it'll be a face-off on the far side, boards near the EI bench. EI now with possession, one-on-one opportunity, dangling through. Here's a chance for him. Backhand, the shot goes wide. There's a second chance for EI. That one, no. The only goal in this game belongs to Avery Walsh. It's a 1-0 hockey game. East Islip in the lead. Pass comes across the ice, but Chiefs just forced to reset, and Longwood forces it out. EI gave up the first goal in these two teams last met, but rifled off 4 straight. Now here tonight, Longwood looking to pull off a similar feat and even the score. Held to the outside, Longwood and EI battling for it. Neither team quite able to settle it. Eventually the Chiefs get it, fire that one towards the net, but nonetheless, puck comes up. Eventually that doesn't get a whistle. And it looks like we'll get our first EI penalty of the game. And Longwood will head to the power play. Dennis Gaduldig in the box. 7:35, less than that now remaining. As we get the whistle here, and just a few seconds have elapsed on this power play for Longwood. They have to regain the zone. Just firing that one in. EI says thank you very much, throws it back up the wall, and now here come the Chiefs. A chance in transition, dancing towards center, but the play was broken up. Good chance for Cusack, but Longwood throws it away again, and EI gets another chance. This time, the move doesn't work so well, but again they throw it back to EI. EI throwing it up the wall, Longwood battling for it eventually. The Chiefs get it, and here they come again. Nico Walton fires from the outside, that one off the pad into the corner. Longwood will recover. Slid ahead. Now forced to the outside. EI forces a turnover. Here they come in transition. Foot race for the puck, won by Longwood. This power play not exactly going the way they drew it up. And EI eventually edges them off the wall. Looking for the clear now. Unable to get it. But they have possession. They've dominated control of the puck on this power play. Still looking for the zone exit. They won't get it. Nonetheless, 20 seconds now remain on this Longwood power play. Now 5:50 remaining in the first, and they'll just send that one the length of the sheet. Penalty about to expire, and Longwood has really not much to show for it on this power play, but they will ice the puck, or will that one die down? Yes, it will. So now EI looking to reset. They've successfully killed off their only penalty of the night, a 2-minute minor to Gaduldig, and that one's fired on that Gaduldig, excuse me. The lone penalty. And that is the difference maker here tonight. Avery Walsh down the back of the net. And on the power play, took them just 23 seconds. But for long, 2 minutes of, well, not much to show for it. And EI gets to clear off the ensuing draw. Foot race for the puck. EI held it in initially. Here's a shot from the slot that goes wide of the goal, and now attempted clear, broken up at least initially. EI can't hold the zone. So now a foot race, Chiefs battling, but solid work there for Longwood. Looks like that was, ooh, we get a penalty here and we get a whistle. So EI will head back to the draw after some good work by Vincenzo Datana on the forecheck. You can see the frustration as they head to the box. They head to the kill. So reset the power play clock, 4:35 to go in this opening period. Penalty to the goal scorer. That's 35, that's Avery Walsh. Face-off is won by EI. They've had dominance in the dot here tonight. And on the attempted clear, oh, it's held in just in time. Slap shot, and they score! Improbable odds, but finding the back of the net, Maxwell Weir, the equalizer for Longwood. And just like that, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Second time's the charm, and Weir has his third goal of the season. Unassisted, just like Walsh's. And we said the power play was the difference maker. Now it's not. The only difference is EI has an extra penalty here tonight. And now here comes Longwood in transition. A chance, but unable to settle it initially. And now under pressure, forced to the wall. Had Orm, but instead elected to chip and chase. And here comes the Tenna, who throws that one across the slot. Now racing in. This time, slap shot goes well wide, redirected almost towards the goal by EI, but nonetheless, Chiefs have it. Now here's a chance. Coming in, 2-on-2 if they hurry. Shot, and that one's gloved but not grabs. Thrown to the front by Patrick Penny. Puck comes out of the zone. Thrown back in. Here comes Longwood. Under pressure, they're just going to flip that one in, but not enough on it. Off the stick of Star Angel. Comes back out of the zone. That one's thrown and redirected in by Detena. On the forecheck yet again. Gets that one, but Orm blows a tire in the corner. And we get a whistle, and that's as EI touches up. So it looks like we're going to get another penalty. Penalties piling up for EI, and now they could find themselves behind the sticks if Declan Grieve can't backstop them out of this one. This time the culprit is Henry Sepulveda. Well, my apologies for not getting that perfect. Sepulveda. The penalty to Sepulveda puts Longwood back on the power play. 2 minutes on the clock. Interference is the call. But EI once again gets another clear. The only time they've had trouble on this penalty kill against Longwood is when we had that high arching slap shot off the stick of Maxwell Weir. Here they come. Shot turned aside. It's loose, still in the slot. We get a whistle. Golden opportunity. Declan Grieve holding the line that time. It might come down to him on this one because while Longwood hasn't gotten many chances on their power plays, they had a pair of them, and this is now their third. The chances they've generated, ironically, outside of maybe the goal they scored, which was something you don't always see, they've been high danger. They're getting pretty good shots. It's just been about actually finding the back of the net on those shots. But nonetheless, it's a 1-1 game, and now here they come. So Bard on that, and that one, they end up getting tied up a little bit there as Aiden McLaughlin wanted it and tried to force it through Stidham. EI looking for the clear. Held in, thrown towards the net, but blocked. Loose, and the Chiefs get the clear. That one will go all the way down. So another solid play is just going to be left behind the goal. A minute has elapsed on this interference minor. Longwood now looking to reset as Mason McLaughlin carries beneath his own goal. Spinning away from pressure, but lost his footing, and now here come the Chiefs. And McLaughlin redeems himself. Longwood gets it up but not out of the zone as that one was thrown away. Whipped around the wall. 1:40 now remaining in the period. About 30 seconds left on this Longwood power play. It doesn't feel that way. EI now pressing. Again, they're shorthanded. That shot towards the net doesn't make it there. Lions, they gain possession, looking to make the lead pass. Unable to find the open man. Tries to dangle through, loses the puck. Recovered. And now here come the Lions. The penalty will expire in 5 seconds. EI with possession, looking to get that last clear. They won't get it. They fire it out as the penalty expires, but it's going to carry him off the wall. No icing on the plays. It just drifts to the goal line. Less than a minute now. EI on the forecheck as Mason McLaughlin unable to secure it initially. Chiefs have it, looking for the open man. Dangling. And just going to poke that one to the point. Flip back into the zone and scoop towards the front. Redirect won't go. Clock winding down. Ivers with it. Forehand, backhand, and that one's gobbled up. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that's Tommy Ivers' younger brother because he wears 13 too. And if I'm wrong, well, that's just too much of a coincidence. I don't feel bad about that. In that case, I'd rather be wrong than right. Not that I think I am. Puck comes up out of the zone, and now EI on it. Longwood chasing. It's Brett Cohen. Got a piece of it, but EI has the rest of it. 7 seconds now. That one's fired up. They get the zone exit. Longwood tips it back in. Delayed offside. We get a whistle. And that'll do it for the first period as the horn sounds. After one, it's 1-1 on the LI Sports Network. Avery Walsh struck first on the power play for EI, but Longwood answered back on the second of 3 power play opportunities. It was Maxwell Weir that time, and just like that, it's tied up, but now we'll head to the second stanza. Between these two squads. 3 penalties for EI here tonight. We saw a lot of penalties when these two teams last faced off back on September 24th. At that point, both teams' second game of the season, and take a quick look at the box score. A lot of the same culprits. Sepulveda, excuse me, with the charging 2-minute minor and 10-minute misconduct in that one. James Penny with the charging misconduct in that one late in the third period. Walsh in the box as well, so Barzo in the box. So, you know, you take a look and some of those same names. Maybe remember that last matchup showing up here on the score sheet in multiple different ways. Some their coaches like, some their coaches don't like. Thomas Ivers Sr., the coach for this EI squad, alongside Brian Slattery and Joseph Penny, his assistants. Penny boys. Tommy Ivers' younger brother. That would be Thomas Ivers Jr., for being technical. Won a state title with EI, I want to say 2 years back now. Called that one. And now here comes the Lions. Dangling through that shot. And no! It looked like they were going to score momentarily. It went off the inside of the pipe and out. Sent the length of the ice. No icing on the play, so Longwood will chase. Star Angel looking for the clear. Puck comes out of the zone. And just a blown tire there by Sabarzo. So EI nearly gets the clear. Sabarzo nearly gets it back, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, whatever those are. Here they come, one-on-one. That one paddled into the corner. Star Angel throwing it up the wall. Longwood, Sabarzo. They have numbers if they hurry. I'm not sure they will. Thrown towards the net, ends up being paddled into the corner. Really strong back check there, as you can see. Keller Schwab that time had it, and now puck comes to the point. Fired towards the front. That one's redirected. EI in the foot race for it. They look like they'll get it, but it's forced back into the zone. Second chance. They throw it up off the wall. And now here's a foot race for it. EI had it. A pile up of a few bodies on the play. No call, and that's probably the correct decision. His arm threw it around the wall. EI got a shot off. That was blocked. And now the Lions looking for the clear. They'll get the zone exit. Under control. Here we go. Sabarzo dancing in. But skates nearly into Orman. Ran out of space. Probably should have dropped that one off or made another play. It's held in the zone. Both teams. Oh, they're stuck. They are stuck. Oh my God. Pardon. Oh, yep, those helmets are stuck together, and a little up close and personal there, but Scar Angel and Walton getting stuck together. You see that every once in a while, usually at a youth clinic. It can happen. It's been known to happen. It's not an original event, but, you know, I can't say I've ever seen that in a Suffolk County High School Hockey League game, and to be quite frank, I've called a lot of them, so yeah, I don't know who has. I don't know who else could have, to be honest. But now here comes EI. Dangling in that shot, paddled out into the corner. Chiefs throwing that one towards the front. Ends up loose, ends up covered. Went off the skate of Cohen, and Tigana just, once again. Yeah, he just bounced on that immediately. 12:54 now remaining. Off the ensuing draw, both teams looking for it, but eventually possession ends with Longwood. They'll get the zone exit, but EI using their speed nicely in transition. They break up an odd man rush attempt and then eventually regain. Now here's a solid push from the Chiefs, but push too far ahead, and they lose possession. Which is never like when you one-hand the puck, but especially these younger levels when players maybe have a little bit less control or a little looser of a handle, you really risk just completely losing it in the neutral zone. Now here come the Chiefs in transition. That shot is gloved. And we'll get it. Oh, it's set down, so no whistle on the play. Officials didn't blow it. Chiefs will now look to circle, but they end up losing it. Longwood chips it out, but once again, EI in transition doing a really good job winning those puck battles, and it's been what's allowed them to maintain possession. But they send this one the length of the sheet, and that will give us a brief stoppage. 11:33 now remaining in a 1-1 hockey game between these two squads. Face-off will come to the right of Declan Grieve. EI's had a lot of success in the face-off circle. That doesn't change, and now here comes a chance. 2-on-1, Ivers. Forehand, backhand, save, rebound, they score! Connor Ivers! And just like that, it's 2-1 EI. His brother Tommy was one of the best at it in this league, and Connor appears to be following in his older brother's footsteps. And if he can bring a second state title to EI, that'll be something to watch for years down the line, as EI now with the lead, and they also have possession. Again, that speed and transition. Here comes Ivers again. The forehand, steps up, tries to dangle through, loses it. And eventually, Longwood recovers. Connor Ivers with Dennis Gedoldig picking up the assist. That's the difference maker here tonight. Here comes Ivers again. Dangling through neutral. Pulling up. Firing, and that shot is deflected. EI trying to recover, and once again, it's Ivers on it. On his backhand, looking to circle. Dangling through center. With speed, 2-on-2. Baxter kicks that way, forehand, backhand, and loses his footing. No call on the play. EI might have wanted one there. They won't get it as that one sent the length of the sheet. Coaches for Longwood's John Rogers, Fernando Martins, the assistant, alongside Francis Cipriani. Rogers, the head coach, and his team's down 2-1. Here comes EI, shot from the outside, that's gloved. We get a whistle. Clock reads 9:51 here at the rinks in Hauppauge, and it's a 2-1 hockey game between the Longwood Lions and East Islip Chiefs of the Developmental Division. Face-off is won by EI. Tried to backhand that one towards the net, and we get a whistle and another stoppage now, 9:44. So just 7 seconds, deja vu all over again. Scanga with a couple big saves. Now, puck ends up in front of his net. Longwood gets the clear and will end up in neutral. EI now recovering it beneath the net of Grieve. That puck comes up and now out of the zone. Longwood recovers, now forehand backhand dangling into the zone on the backhand. Play is broken up, but no call. Probably a wise one as Sabarzo went tumbling into the boards, but under his own power. EI now looking for a clear. Longwood holds it in. Second attempt on the clear. EI gets it out. That one was nearly intercepted by EI, but here comes Longwood. 2-on-2. They lose it. A nice little poke check right at the line. These controlled zone entries for EI have been key, but denying zone entries on the other end has been just as important as that shot. Ricocheted right off of Thomas Allen, and Longwood gets the clear. EI looks like they'll get the puck, unless Riley Orm has anything to say about it. Helped force the turnover, but the pass didn't come to her, so nonetheless, and that one now comes out of the zone. Ends up going all the way down. 8 minutes now on the clock. EI with possession. It's a 2-1 hockey game, and they feasted on the long change. They've dominated possession, if not for a long shot by Maxwell Weir, this would be a 2-0 hockey game, and now EI trying to get a little too fancy with those stretch passes. Lions are going to take that one away every day of the week. Pops out towards center. EI pushes it forward. The Lions will take that back. They'll go D to D. That one was deflected. It's no icing. 7:20 now remaining in the period. Back and forth action on the LI Sports Network as that one's thrown up the wall. EI with possession. Here they come, one-on-one forehand. And that one's going to be called every time. A penalty drawn by Ivers, and that will send Mason McLaughlin to the box. Second penalty of the game for Longwood. It'll be a power play for EI, and that will take us all the way back down. 7:03 remaining in this fast-paced, hard-hitting developmental hockey game. Off the draw, EI got the shot off. Puck comes back out, second attempt, that one's blocked. Loose in front, pushing still. It's still free. Lions eventually get a piece of it, but not the rest of it. Held in, but worked maybe a little too far around the wall by Walton. EI has to race to settle it. Puck then comes out of the zone. And it's a case of knowing where your man is, and instead, Connor Ivers will now have to regather, reset, and push up ice. Rolling to the outside, looking to cut back in. Forehand back in, no, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. Another stop for Scanga. Face off one back, shot, and they score! Once again, it's Ivers, and now it's a 3-1 hockey game. Roll, EI, they're rolling. Here tonight, it's 3-1. Patrick Penny, the assist. He won the draw, and Connor Ivers did the rest. A long shot from the same exact spot that Maxwell Weir took it. So now Longwood in a 2-goal hole. They found themselves here before. That shot was blocked. Second attempt also blocked. Both teams were battling for it. Puck eventually ends up back in front of Chance. They score! Longwood responds. And leading the line, Brent Cohen. Breathing new life into this Longwood team. It's now 3-2. His fourth of the season for Brent Cohen. Longwood refusing to go quietly into the night, and a long night it will be on the LI Sports Network. First of 3 games coming your way. This one in Developmental Division, this one 3-2. The last time this game these two teams played, it was 4-3. Ivers sending that one in, 5:25 remaining. Longwood, odd man rush, 2-on-4 in this case. Now EI heads the other way. Here comes Penny. Fires, and they score. The quick response, James Penny makes it 4-2. It's 5 minutes remaining in this hockey game. Penny brothers, the 2 older sisters, actually coached both of them at one point, but they both were 14 and 15, and right now it's James Penny and his older sister's number 14, who has the goal here tonight, his 5th of the season. His older sisters were defensemen, so they did not score as much as James did. Maybe for their career. Once again, this is Jack Ziskin with you on the LI Sports Network. EI dancing in, pressing. That shot's turned aside. Puck comes to the point. And now comes out of the zone. EI, a fast-paced game, and Connor Ivers, he's on hat-trick watch. James Penny, the goal unassisted, comes in offsides. Well offsides, I might add. 4:14 now remaining. Vincenzo Dottano's goal was assisted by Maxwell Weir and Michael Scar-Angela. Faceoff came outside the zone, and EI will push forward, but it's offsides again. So it'll be deja vu all over again in the faceoff circle. And they push forward, and that shot ends up making it to the net. We get a stoppage and a whistle. Both teams will go for a partial change here. Again, Penny's goal unassisted. Puck comes to the point. That shot redirected, doesn't make it to the net. Second chance, here it comes. That one ends up going off the end boards. 3:50 now remaining. EI in a battle with Longwood. Eventually, the puck returns to Longwood. The Lions in transition. Here they come. And here comes EI taking it away, and now Longwood gets a roller on net for Grieve. We get a whistle and a stoppage. For those of you just joining us from Alabama versus Oklahoma, My name is Jack Ziskin. This is the LI Sports Network, and right now it is a 4-2 hockey game. Chiefs leading the Lions. Battle in the left wing corner. Declan Grieve has made the saves he's really been asked to make here tonight. And the only two that would have been unreasonable asks, well, they found themselves in the back of the net. Now here comes Connor Ivers trying to find the back of the net. He's thrown into the boards and no call on the play. Good legal body contact, but now here come the Lions the other way. Really haven't seen Longwood able to match Connor Ivers' speed. We'll see if that's something that they can continue doing here tonight as we get another chance to see. That one off the wall and just throws it away. Orm circling that time. Now on the forecheck, it's going to come up and out of the zone. Thrown away. Orm really pressing here, but nonetheless, the puck eventually comes back to EI. Lost behind the net for a moment. Orm couldn't get to it. The Chiefs will, and now here they come, racing up ice, picking up speed. Who else but Ivers? Trying to dangle through. He does. Loses the puck. Backhands that one on net, and we get a stoppage here. Skanica closing the door. .201 remaining in this 4-2 hockey game on the LI Sports Network. Face-off is controlled. Penny with the shot. Holds that one in. Going towards the front, didn't make it there. Thrown ahead, EI pulls it back off the wall, and Penny looking for the clear. Puck comes out into neutral and ends up with Longwood. But that's not going to be settled immediately, and it's going to be up to Aiden McLaughlin using his big frame. Dump that one back in, but here come the Chiefs. 4-on-2 if they hurry, but instead ends up entering the zone, losing possession, and Longwood has it. Thrown up and off the wall, held in by Penny, but that's only momentary. Now here come the Chiefs. Forehand, backhand won't go. Pinching in, but instead McLaughlin throws it up and out. That one's going to roll all the way down, and Grieve on the paddle. He'll cover. Penny gives a nice whack, and the other rest of the EI roster ends up racing to their goalie's defense as we approach the tail end of this second period. Don't forget to follow the @LI Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for last night's the best highlights from around the league tonight. And we used to have a TikTok. Then TikTok almost got banned, and then that was the end of that. Here comes EI. Play is broken up. Nice little rush there from Lucas Long, but it ends up being nothing to write home about. Blown tire in neutral, and here come the Chiefs again, and thrown away by both teams. Here come the Chiefs, though, and that shot goes well wide of its intended target. Penny pinching in. That shot ends up in the opposite corner. And that'll do it. After two, it's 4-2 on the LI Sports Network. EI in the driver's seat. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the start of third period action. Welcome back to Saturday Night Hockey on the LI Sports Network. Between these two squads, EI looking for their second consecutive victory of the season over the Longwood Lions, and Longwood still looking to get even, but they're down by 2 at the start of the third. Face-off is controlled by Longwood. They have some ground to make up here in this third and potentially final freight. EI with it. Dangling towards center and now towards the half wall. That shot towards the goal doesn't make it there. Comes up and out of the zone. Here comes Longwood. Or not. And now East Islip will regain possession and they'll head up ice. Turnover at the line. Longwood got it, lost it, and now the Chiefs shot that one right in the breadbasket. So a solid save for Skanga. 14-12 remaining in this third period. Face-off comes to Skanga's left. It's tied up, pushed forward by Longwood, held in at the line, but the shot from the point was blocked. Friendly fire there for EI. Here they come, that shot also partially deflected. Thrown towards the front, can't really connect there, and now eventually it's going to be carried out of the zone. It was Brent Cohen. Got through the first man, not the second. Longwood now forced to reset. EI pressing, however. Ivers lurking, he found it, now he's got it, coming in. Blitz 2 men, comes in, forehand, backhand shot goes well wide of his net, and he had a chance for the hat trick. Orm looking for the clear, no such luck, maybe she'll find it later. Now here comes Ivers, forehand shot, that one won't go. Chasing after it, looking for another chance, intercepts it. Fires it on goal. That one's deflected and will just trickle past off the end boards, thrown around the wall and held in at the line. At least initially, but here come the Lions and then EI breaks that one up. Thrown ahead, turned over. So now Longwood is trying to throw that one through the middle of the ice. And the team that goes along the wall first is the one that's probably going to get the next goal as Orm throws that one across. And once again, a turnover. Both teams playing hot potato with the puck. Raldi had it, ends up entering, but now EI forced to reset. 12:35 now remaining in this third period on the LI Sports Network. EI gets the zone exit. Pushing through, delayed penalty. Coming in 1-on-2, dancing through. Forehand, forehand shot! And they score. And who else? Who else but Connor Ivers completing the hat trick to make it 5-2. It's been the Connor Ivers show ever since the second period began. Chiefs off the draw, they'll push in. Maxwell Weir scored the first goal for Longwood. Couldn't get the clear that time. EI holding it in. Pushing up ice, but Longwood turns it over. East Islip had it, lost it, holds it in still. Second time's the charm for Sabarzo. He comes in, 2-on-1 if he hurries, on the backhand. Forehand shot was denied. Declan Grieve with the stop, but the puck is loose. Greens into the corner as it was steered there, and then the puck comes out of the zone. Couldn't be held in by Longwood. Might have been Slowed by the stick of the Lions defender, and now they'll go D-to-D back to Weir. Weir goes across towards center. Finds the open man and carried towards the outside, spinning away from pressure. The pass was well off its target. Right idea, wrong execution. That shot from Weir is turned aside. Long one that went up and then went back down just like a catapult. It's fired out of the zone. First sustained pressure Longwood's really had in this period and ends in an icing. 5-2 is our score in this third period on the LI Sports Network. 11:04 remaining. Should be a fun one as this one winds down, but the action will continue on the LI Sports Network. Longwood will be back in action after this one. It'll be their freshman white team versus East Islip freshman red. Both teams battling for it. A lot of sustained zone time for Longwood. We really haven't seen that here tonight as this one comes out of the zone, rolls past the outstretched stick of Weir. Longwood threw that one off the wall. No icing on the play, and chasing it down that time was Zeppel. And we have a player down in the corner, so we'll get a whistle and a stoppage here. We'll take a moment at 10:26. And we'll be right back. Face-off is won by EI. They're looking for a zone exit. They find themselves kind of on their heels for the first time here tonight as that one comes off the wall. Maybe here's a change for that. Ivers, one-on-one. Can't make it a one-on-none. Forehand to the backhand. He'll spin. That one intercepted. Play was broken up partially by Ivers, but Longwood continues. McLaughlin couldn't find his way past, and now held it along the line initially, but it comes free. One-on-one. Ivers pulls up. There's three around him, and that shot turned aside. Rebound. Stick was lifted. Good effort by EI on the chase, but nonetheless, Longwood gets it up, out, and it'll roll towards the goal line. No icing on the play. Turned over. Mason McLaughlin looking towards the slot. That one doesn't make it through. He wanted Beraldi. Instead, it's EI, and who else? Racing after at that time, but Ivers couldn't get to it. He wants the change, and instead he'll be forced to help his team get the zone exit. Breaking that play up, but now here's the chance. Maybe he isn't looking for that change anymore as he comes in 3-on-2, dancing to the outside. Looking for the pass towards the center. And he scores! What a goal for Connor Ivers, and his older brother once led the varsity division in assists. When we take a look at the developmental stats here today, he came in with 5, and he will have 9 by the end of it, so working his way up these developmental division standings. Here comes Barzo. He's forced to the outside. EI, once again, recollecting, thrown around the wall. Up but not out. Weir, his shot blocked. Second attempt and third attempt, EI has it. Connor Ivers now has as many goals as either team. James Penny with the assist. Good solid body check in the corner by Weir. The puck comes free in the slot, looking for the shot. EI, that one's poked just free. Beneath the goal line, then thrown up, out. And here's a breakaway. Racing to take it away, but not in time. That one is just thrown on net as the field Penny coming down on him, and now puck is thrown up towards the point. Weir looking for the shot. That one ends up beneath the goal line. EI now regrouping, looking for the exit pass. Here comes Penny. Looks past one, trying to dance past another, and here he is, partial breakaway. He shoots, he scores! 7-2, EI on a run. Patrick Penny's brother James scored once. He said, I'm not letting you have all the fun. And just like that, 7-2, EI just piling them up here in this third period. It's a 7-2 game. Liam Riccardi will enter, relieving Skanga. There wasn't really much he could have done, but sometimes you pull your goalie, not because your goalie's the problem, but because your team is down 7-2, and goalie really has any chances. Riccardi kicks that one out, shot, turned aside, rebound, turned aside, trying to stuff that one short side, and they had a better chance at it than he thought, as that one blown dead. Face-off was won by Longwood. They get the clear, and now here they come. 3-on-1, looking towards center. One-time shot off the end boards, poked into the corner. As this clock continues to wind down on what has turned into an absolute clinic for this East Islip Chiefs squad. Ricciardi in net as that shot turned aside. Probably didn't move as well along his arch as he would have wanted to that time, because that toe of the pad should not have been that close to the center of his goal. But he got the save, and now on the chance for 3-on-1, EI recovers. And at least initially looks like they'll get a zone exit. They will, but it's uncontrolled. And what I mean by that is, well, they don't have control of the puck. Now a 2-on-1. Shot blocked. Looking to reset. Just going to throw that one on net. Kicked out. And yeah, you can tell he came in late in the third because he's probably not on those angles. His reactions are great, and you can see the athleticism, but you can see that he's not quite settled into this game, as once again, another odd man rush for Longwood, and EI's just goal chasing here, so you can see that's taken some wind out of the sails of their defense. Here they come again, another chance. Sent towards the slump. That one was broken up. EI has 4 forecheckers here right now, and here comes a 3-on-2 for Longwood. Looking for the pass across. They find it. Shot! It's loose. It's turned aside. What a save. Grieve wants his stick. We'll see if he has time to get it, as that one's held in at the point. Just throwing it back and forth along the wall. Grieve has not gotten his stick. Now he will. Held in by Longwood. It was Allen that time, and nothing comes of it, as the Chiefs now reset under a lot of pressure here late in this third period, but big solid body check, but nonetheless, EI, here they come, 1-on-1. Forehand, backhand. Oh, just wide. I'd say who almost had his 5th, but you already know the answer. Here comes Ivers. On his backhand now. Long side, the outside, throws it to the slot. Here's the shot! And they score. Once again, it's EI. Now it's 8-2, and leading the line is 42. That's Ryan Schmaliker. Make that his first of the season, and the first of his Suffolk County High School Hockey League career, so congratulations to him. It's an 8-2 hockey game. Longwood can't control it, EI will, and for a team that's coming into tonight, 2-5 here, or 1-6, excuse me, here's a real chance to try to make something of their season. If the score holds, it'll be their second win of the year, both against Longwood, as that one goes all the way down. No icing on the play, but sometimes at this level especially, it can just be a matter of getting the right bodies to the rink on the right days, because these travel schedules, as I'm sure many of you know, can be pretty demanding, and that sometimes takes some of your best players away from your roster. And here comes EI again. That one can't be settled. Ivers was chasing after it, still looking for a couple more, as that one ends up going off the wall. Wanted the lead pass, didn't get it. Here comes Longwood, but they're offsides. So that brings us to another stoppage, as both teams trading chances, but they're not trading goals. It's been all EI all the time since the start of the second period. It was 1-1 after one, and since then the Chiefs have gone on a 7-1 run. Face-off tied up, eventually pushed forward by EI and then sent back in. .3:15 remaining. As it stands, EI will move to 2-6 on the season. That one's thrown towards the weak side. There's no one there. It was Nico Walton with the backhanded saucer pass. And they score! The turnover and the goal. A nice shot by Aiden McLaughlin. His third of the season. It's 8-3. That's the first goal for Longwood since 5:50 of the second period. Aiden McLaughlin unassisted. Now here comes Penny. His shot well wide. 2:40 now remaining. That one's thrown to the slot for nobody. Both teams were battling for it. EI with the shot from the outside that's redirected, ends up coming to the point. Has to be held in. It is. Longwood's second chance, trying to get the clear. They won't. And then they do. Sent all the way down. Coming out to play it was the netminder. He's forced to leave it there for Longwood. Really good chase there. Looks like that was Stidham on that one for Longwood. Now less than 2 minutes remaining, so we've crossed the 2-minute warning. And here comes EI, a chance in transition. Shot from the outside is blocked. Backhanded towards the front. Ends up right back where it started with EI. They're looking for another shot. That one steered long wide of the goal. 1:35 now remaining. Puck comes to the point. Held in. Yet again, the Chiefs. Miniature 3-on-2. That shot doesn't go. Second chance and third chance. Ends up with Longwood. Both teams just battling for possession, and when you're able to slow down, get a little older, try and really settle into the game, you're able to make more of those opportunities, but not here tonight. In what is, for good reason, called the Developmental Division. Purpose is kind of in the name. Here come the Chiefs, less than a minute to go. Right thought that time, but puck ends up with Longwood. Held in, shot towards the goal, ends up beneath the goal line. Both teams battling for it. Puck comes up and out of the zone. It'll roll towards the goal. Here comes EI. .22 seconds remaining, and this game is going to end 8-3, barring a last-second goal. Going towards the front. That one does not end up on target. Cohen had it and lost it. Now Longwood just looking for one last zone exit. Puck is tied up. Here comes EI late. Sends to the back door. That pass is behind its intended target, and that will do it. Final score here at the rinks is 8-3. The Chiefs more than double up the Lions, and in the end, Connor Ivers with a really dominant performance for his squad, and that was, well, she wrote 4 goals, 1 assist. Right behind him was Patrick Penny, 1 goal and 2 assists, and Avery Walsh and James Penny both with a goal and an assist apiece. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back on the LI Sports Network with more Longwood hockey, more East Islip hockey. It's Longwood freshman white versus East Islip freshman red coming up next.